Yeah. Welcome to the podcast, where you better tune in. You can see the picture, all you gotta do is zoom in. You in your man cave, it's no time for your girlfriend. They talk about the Sixers and how the Sixers gon' win. If they take your loss, they gon' hear BG going in. Jenny from the block, that's a lot. They was up 10, now they down 5. You can see it in his eyes, he a fan for life, and he sitting courtside. Sports guy, if you know me, I'ma say fly. How I cross you over like when they had AI. I still the ball, I ain't ask you, may I? Not at my house, they can back. I ain't gotta try. Maxie for the 3, he try and win. They don't want the time. B try and win. I don't wanna see that boy cry. I live by the gun. I'ma shoot. I don't wanna die. They eat, sleep sixes. You should know that it's game time.
Avanto, this shit wavy.
Welcome back to another episode of Eat Sleep Sixes. It's draft night, y'all.
Yes,
It's
sir.
draft night, y'all. I got my sister Jenny with me. What's up?
What's up, you ready?
I got my dog 215, the sports guy, aka Carl. What's up?
What's up, man?
All right,
Hey.
all right. No. Enough with the.
Let's do
influence.
it.
Are you confident?
Let's do it.
Are you confident in Daryl tonight?
No,
I'm gonna take the wait and see approach.
I'm not.
I only
I'm
trust
not.
God. I only trust God. But listen, I'm gonna
I
take that.
am big, mad, almighty finesse. Let's just get this out of the way right now.
Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's
Almighty,
do it.
Almighty, what's up, dog?
I'm
not gonna
big,
lie.
Mad.
I
Okay.
messaged
sorry.
Freeze. I messaged Freeze after we got off last night, and I said, "Hey, dog, they called my Eagles the Philadelphia Bulldogs. Y'all are now the Villanova Knicks."
Here's my
Man,
thing.
that was a big pickup, dog.
Here's my thing, and here's what I gotta say about this. I feel like that is a huge slap in the face to Philadelphia to have 4 of your college championship players go to New York and play in New York. And we've had lottery pick after lottery pick after lottery pick over the years, and we took nothing from that Villanova nucleus.
Hey, Carl.
Wow.
Yes, we did. We took
What?
We took
Jay
Mikal
Wright?
Bridges. No,
We took
Mikal.
Mikal Bridges for a minute.
Did you forget he was a Sixer for like? Yeah, it's over. Yeah, that's how long he was a Sixer. So we did take one of our guys, and 5 minutes later he was traded. So this is now or never, man. We threatened the last show title of being now or never. I mean, now it has to be now or never. Again, this is going to be their team. This is going to be Daryl Morey, Elton Brand, Nick Nurse's team completely. And
Right,
it starts
their
tonight.
legacy. It starts tonight. Now, I said this to somebody earlier, and they didn't feel the same as me. But I'll ask of you two guys and those of you in the chat. Do you feel that what happens tonight is going to set the tone for the offseason rebuild?
Nah, I say free agency. By the end of free agency, I think that's a lot more important than what happens tonight. But if there's some sort of trade to be had tonight and we don't make it, yeah, it could affect that too.
That's what I was going to say. I don't say it starts tonight if we make a draft pick, because nobody we pick at 16
is going to play.
Is deciding the 16th.
That's why I'm
future.
saying, that's why to me it sets the tone, right? So if we find out that Daryl Morey trades that 16th pick, gets us a guy that we can use now, that's setting a good tone for me.
But
if we go with some like lousy 16th pick that's like, meh, we're probably going to give him away for a bag of chips in a year or two, then that has also set a tone.
Hey, Jen,
right?
I'll say
in the right way.
I'll say this to clarify it. I want somebody who can make an immediate impact. If you go to 16 and there are players dropping in the draft that you feel can make an immediate impact, you make that pick. But there's not a lot of guys in this draft who can make an immediate impact. And unless something crazy happens up top in the top 10, yeah, we're gonna we need to make something happen. I'm changing my thoughts from
RJ's pissed. RJ is pissed
based on what happened today. I'm changing it. Make a trade. I'm changing it. Freak the draft pick. Make a trade.
So we've already seen a
it's best
draft
to make
pick
a trade.
get traded, right? We saw Malcolm Brogdon get traded for the 14th
Wow.
pick.
Wow.
Yeah, for the 14th pick and somebody else. I don't even know.
Let me look.
Um,
Let me look.
we saw Alex Caruso got traded. We saw obviously Mikal Bridges got traded. So trades
Alex
are happening.
Alex Caruso fill me in, Jen, with the people. I don't know what the hell is going on. He got sent where for what?
You didn't know Caruso got traded? Caruso
He
Did
got
got
not
traded.
traded
know.
to the
Yeah.
Jazz for Josh Giddey. We talked about this.
Yeah,
Josh
remember we was
Giddey.
talking about Giddy.
For P. Diddy, they traded for P. Yo. You gotta be kidding me. Daryl Morey, you are on the clock, sir. You are on the clock. Not to say he would have saved the team, but he is exactly what we would need at a 2-guard spot. I don't like that we let him go over there. Oh.
BG, do you want to recap what's happened in the draft so far?
So yeah, we are 5 picks. I'm sorry, we are 4 picks in. The 2 Frenchmen, as expected, went 1 and 2. I was actually surprised at the order. I thought Alex Sarr would go number 1, but he went number 2 to Washington. And since I'm moving up that way, I get to see him. Then Houston took the guard out of Kentucky, Reed Shepherd, and then San Antonio just picked UConn's point guard. I knew they was taking him because that's the one thing they needed, but I thought they were gonna maybe try to get a point guard in free agency, but they went with Stephen Castle out of UConn, really good point guard.
Miltnificent. This is what, for me, this would set a really nice tone for the offseason.
Like instantly, Daryl Morey, you like if your grade is currently a C, you instantly go up to a C+ because you're going in the right direction. Instantly, just off tonight, you could do that if you do what Milt just said. I would love that. Everybody keep talking about Paul George. Everybody keep talking about Jimmy Butler. I really would rather the younger, longer version of both of them.
Here's my concern, BG, and I don't want to put a pen in your balloon, but like we talked about the other day, we have 4 players under contract. We have the 16th pick. And what universe are we getting Brandon Ingram for the 16th pick alone?
Well, we're not going. It obviously wouldn't just be the 16th pick for Brandon Ingram. I never said those words.
No, but I'm asking, and it's not debating with you. What out of the 4 players we have on contract?
We don't have to be players. We have other draft capital. I mean, but if we had to throw Ricky Council or Dalton in, I don't give a damn about them.
How many first round picks you willing to give up for Ingram?
So currently, I think we have 4 eligible draft picks that are tradable. No, I'm sorry. It might be
5,
6.
right?
It might be 6.
Okay.
But it's one of the 2. So we have that many. But Ingram, I wouldn't mind throwing a player and 2 draft picks for Brandon Ingram because they know they're gonna lose him anyway.
I wouldn't mind throwing 3 picks at him because I do think he's that good, and I do think he can add, a significant number 3/number 2 if we need him option on this team. And he plays both ways.
I'm on Greg's side when it comes to a lot of that situation though. The draft picks sound cool. Like when you hear, oh my goodness, they got 7 first rounders for Rudy Gobert. Why did they give up that? No, don't nobody care about a 10-year-old right now. Not to mention 90% of the time, teams wind up trading their way back into the draft anyway. So that first round pick I lost in 2022 for 2028, I'm probably going to have back by 2028. I'm going to have a first round pick at some point. I'm going to make another trade to eventually get back in the first round of that draft. So losing draft picks has never been a thing to me unless we was guaranteed the 1, 2, 3, which we did a bunch of times and drafted the wrong player. But what I'm saying is that's the only time it really matters if I'm getting a generational talent. If I'm saying, oh, man, I can't believe we traded away our number 9 pick in a 2029 draft. I don't care about young boy yet. Like, I really don't. We've been losing for 40 years, yo. We've been losing for 40 years, and y'all still thinking about the future. At some point, we got to win now. We can't keep saying, well, that draft in 2037 going to be fire. I seen this little baby with a pacifier in his mouth, and he had a basketball. Like, I really just don't care about draft picks that much. I understand it's a part of the game, and we've seen some generational talents come out of every draft. But, I mean, saying losing a draft pick in 2028, I'm not thinking about that today. I wouldn't be.
Nah. Losing a 2028 draft pick, I'm not sweating about. But looking at our team and the current state of our team, like we said, we got 4 players under contract. We got one of those players who's going to be the face of the franchise soon enough. Other than that, we have a Joel Embiid whose window is closing aggressively. Okay, we don't have younger guys waiting in a wing to fill in that slot or to learn to fill in that slot. Eventually, we're going to have to get some young guys in here who can be starters at one point, and you can only do that by drafting.
I
Thinking for Bryce James.
I hear you. And I don't disagree with you, Carl.
Hey.
But this is the Philadelphia 76ers. At what point are you going to call yourself insane for thinking we're going to play a young player? Outside of Tyrese Maxey, name somebody out of the lottery that was in our lineup at any point that we drafted. We just don't play guys unless they're the 1, 2, and 3 pick. If you're the 1, 2, 3, you get played. If you're Tyrese Maxey and you just happen to be special and you just so happen to slide to us.
But I got to go back to that.
Look how far you just went.
Paul
Reed. Come on, Paul Reed.
Paul Reed. And you know why why we play Paul Reed?
Wow.
I got a rebuttal for everything y'all got for me. You know why we play Paul Reed? Because this team sucks at drafting and getting free agents to back up Joel Embiid. So that's the only reason, really, Paul Reed plays basketball for the Sixers. Let's be clear. Well, if we had a legitimate backup center, we wouldn't see Paul Reed, and we know that.
No, you're right about that. But I can't throw mud on the man that came out the mud. He came out the dirt from the G League. He got MVP,
and that was a good
MVP.
answer. That was
what I'm
answer
saying
from you guys with Paul Reed. He does get burned for us, and we drafted him outside of the lottery. So I will say y'all gave me a good answer with that. But let's be clear, it's because of circumstances. He plays because of circumstances.
You're right. But he earned his slot. I will say that. It wasn't handed his slot.
I looked back over the past 5-6 years of Sixers draft selections. Only 2 of them are on the Sixers team.
And wait, is it 2?
It's 2 because it's Maxey and Paul Reed.
Oh.
But most of them don't even play in the NBA anymore. Only a couple of them really did much of anything. I mean, Markelle Fultz is still playing for Orlando. Okay. Isaiah Joe is still playing for the Thunder.
Breaking. I don't mean to cut you off, but Detroit just drafted the best big in the league. I know we need the best big in the draft, in my opinion, Donovan Clingan from UConn as well. So he just went to – wait. I'm sorry. They lied. My guy just went off the board, guys.
Wow.
Damn, my guy just went off the board. Who did I want, Jen?
Oh, they took Ron?
They took Ron Holland.
The whole league been talking about him. He's been a name that's been out there, so I didn't think he would make it.
All I saw on my phone was another team working them. All I saw was Donovan Clingan.
I'm gonna tell you.
All it was teams are looking at when they can move up to secure them. But yeah, Detroit just.
I knew he was going top 10, but I didn't think he was going top 5.
Yeah.
I'm gonna address this right now, and I won't address it no more. If we pick who we've been rumored to pick for the last 2 days, yes, I will be on ESS. But I will put my screen on black mode for the whole season. I will not be a part of the paparazzi brigade. I will not be a part of the circus that will come into this town. No way does he come here at all.
Why not?
I'm talking about his son, not him.
Wow.
Oh, okay. All right.
You
can't get one without the other.
You don't waste a 16th pick on a G League player.
But Carl, who says it will be a waste? We thought we was picking a transcendent talent in Ben Simmons. We thought we got the future in Markelle Fultz. We thought we had a great big in Jahlil Okafor. We thought we had a rim protector, Nerlens Noel. We haven't picked right before. So who's to say that Bronny might not come here and turn into Chris Paul? We don't know.
You want to know why? We have 4 active players on the roster. We need a body. Or bodies. You don't draft somebody who's not going to add to the body.
Carl, do you want to go back? Carl, do you want to go back to 5 minutes ago?
I know you want Brian, bro.
No. What young player plays for us? You saying we need a body?
Oh,
the
he's
person
not
that's
gonna
about
play.
the person that's about to get picked at 16. Let's be clear.
If me and Jen's pick gets picked, he is a person that needs to play. Bottom line. If
Why?
they draft
Why?
a center
Why?
at 16,
Why?
he needs to play.
Tell me what's the difference between Zach Edey and Bojan Bogdanovic? I mean, Bogdan, Big Bobby.
None.
Marjanovic.
None. And I hate it. I hate it when we traded Boban.
I hated it too.
When we
I loved Bobby. I loved him. But what's the
he shoots better. He shoots better, and he moves a little bit better than Boban.
Is he the person? Is he keeping the Sixers afloat with Tyrese Maxey when Joel Embiid goes down?
Boban? No.
If he was in a high screening role against Trae Young, what is he gonna do?
I mean, listen. I'll take the good with the bad. If he can give me rebounding and shot blocking, those are two things that we didn't have last year. We can add other players to help out in certain areas. We need an extraordinary defender. Excuse me, like a 25 type of defender. We need that type of guy as well. So what pick they on?
6.
The Hornets are on the clock with at the 6th pick. The Hornets.
So while we're waiting around, we got a ways to go. BG, you brought up something the other day that we did not discuss on our free agency podcast the other day, which y'all should go back and watch because it was a good one. And that was Klay Thompson.
Let's talk about it. I said, unless we can get him for a bargain price, because he is not the same Klay Thompson who won multiple championships.
How much are you giving him a year?
Off the top, I'm definitely not giving him Toby money.
No, well, he's obviously not going to max out. He's not going to get a max. So how much a year? I'm not asking for the total number. Just how much a year do you think he's worth?
At this point, about 20.
So, damn, 20 a year for Klay right now? Now
the
Klay?
max is what, 45, 50? That's what the big top guys are getting it. So you chopping that in half.
I chop that in half and take some off the top. I'm chopping that. Look, if he come into this team, he come into this team at 20 a year, yeah, you can stay where the hell you at or go somewhere else. Hell,
he's not going to accept Buddy Hield money. That's what I was trying to say earlier.
And that's what I'm saying. So let's just say Buddy Hield demands 7. Let's just say Buddy Hield demands 7 a year. Would you, if Buddy Hield demanded 7 and Klay demanded 14?
I'd take Trey at 14.
You would.
Not Trey.
You would
take Klay at 14.
Okay, so you would take Klay at 14 over Buddy at 7.
Yes.
Okay.
But I wouldn't pay 20 for him.
Yeah, no.
Or 40 or whatever the hell. So did y'all see what OG signed it?
Yeah. And I said he's not worth that. They got that. They
are spending some money.
Listen.
How are they under the cap? How are they under the cap? Somebody tell me that.
Here's the flip side. Although I think it's very dangerous what they're doing, because you are banking on these guys to take you all the way for the next 5 to 6 years, maybe more than that. You're banking on that. If one of these top guys get injured at any point, God forbid, a career-ending injury, an injury that affects their game in some type of way where they can't be that person no more, this whole plan goes to shit. It really does.
I don't think so.
Why do you come on, kick back at me?
Because we're speaking.
We ain't draft yet, Phil.
We're speaking of it as Sixers fans, and we know that if Joel Embiid went down, ain't shit on our bench worth a damn. We know that if Tyrese Maxey went down, ain't shit on our bench worth a damn.
If Brunson go down, who they got?
I'll let you. The rest of their team. DiVincenzo, when Brunson sat out for like a week, DiVincenzo had like 4 straight games with 9 threes. Like, that's the difference. We watch teams and we watch role players step up over and over again. Just against us. Like, forget when they play other teams. Just against the Sixers, we've seen role player after role player after role player come against this team and destroy us. Have big games, have career nights against us. And we never seem to see our role players When is just randomly DeAnthony Melton gonna have a 30-point game? Just I'm not saying an average 30.
Right.
Just a
right.
random 30-point game.
Right.
When
right.
is just a random guy off our bench? When is Paul Reed gonna have a random
beauty of the
28
Kelly
and 14?
Oubre bench guy, man.
And that's the thing. Before we saw
window it
exactly
existed.
before we saw Kelly Oubre, Carl, we hadn't seen that in Philadelphia in years. We had a debate about that one day. Like, damn, what was our last guy that can get a bucket the way Kelly Oubre could off the bench? And we was like, damn, we got to go all the way back to Lou Will. So I get where you're coming from. And I understand what you're saying, but I think you're looking at the Knicks as if they're the Sixers. The difference is when they guys go out, they second best player went out and they damn near went to the finals, I think. I think they was really looking like a team that could go to the finals, and they was missing a second best player. If we was missing our second best player, we might not have made the playoffs. That's the sad part.
But you know what? In the East, and I do agree with your points, great points that you made. This is what I'm thinking about with them. And he's on the move. He's earned a bag somewhere. They have nothing. They do have a guy. He was injured. He didn't play a lot with us, but he's not that. And they have to think.
Keep going. Charlotte's pick is in. I'm gonna say it after your word.
They have to think about who's going to guard Joel Embiid. That is a major problem for them. We have to get more dogs to compete with their dogs. If we get dogs to compete with their dogs, we have the X factor. So this all season is about getting dogs. Get all the dogs you can. All the dogs you can.
I don't want to get all the dogs.
No, you need some skilled players, of course.
Yeah, because
we ain't playing gel ball.
I don't want to be Detroit. I don't want to be Detroit with Embiid and Maxey. I want a team. I just want this roster to be built correctly. And when I say correctly, don't bank it all on Embiid being here, because we've seen time and time again that he's probably not going to be able to be here at a key moment in the season. We have to build this roster to survive without Embiid. I'm not saying build this roster for the future past Embiid, but if Embiid's here, at least build a roster knowing he's only going to play maybe 50 games, maybe 58 games. Like, you have to build your team like that because he's shown time and time again. We are fools. All three of us on this screen are dumb if we think Joel Embiid's going to play even 78 games. It's the same story, so we have to build this roster correctly. It does start tonight, Jen. It starts with what's going to happen with the 16th pick. What's going to happen? But before we throw it to Jose, we need to figure out what they are feeding these children in France. Another Frenchman has come off the board. That's 3 players from France in the top 6, and let's not forget the number one pick last year was Wemby, who's also from France. So we might need to figure out what's going on over there in France.
Hold up, is the young guy De Silva? Did he get picked up yet?
No.
Small forward. I like him.
He'll go later. He'll go closer to 16. To say his name, do you know his name?
I don't know his full name. I know his last name is De Silva.
Not Tristan De Silva. Who'd they just pick?
Oh, they just picked Tajan Salon.
Okay, that guy.
Is that a reach pick for them?
I mean, I knew they would go big. I thought they would take Klingon from UConn because I think they're going to move on from Bridges and they're going to build around Brandon Miller and LaMelo in their backcourt. So if you got Brandon Miller and LaMelo in your backcourt, you definitely go with a big. So they went with a power forward. Let's see how tall he is. He is 6'9", 217 out of France. He was number 5, the number 5 power forward on the board and the number 9 overall player on the board. So I don't think it was a bad pick just because I thought they was going to go with a forward or a center no matter what, because like I said, they got their backcourt locked up. They got Brandon Miller, they got LaMelo Ball. You good in your backcourt, so you had to go big. Portland's on the clock, though. Portland's on the clock.
Most definitely. Jose, how you feeling, baby?
I had company over. Sorry I'm late.
That's
Understood.
okay.
Understood.
I ain't trying to hear that shit.
Do you have the Facebook password?
I was about to say, look inside our chat.
I just looked at the instructions. It ain't got nothing to do with the password. I kind of like got to like remove.
We'll talk about it later. Don't tell everybody our problems. Hey, man, I didn't say it. I didn't say it last show, but man, you look good in that room, man. Look at that. I missed it. Oh, that room look good.
Yeah, that room look good. That room do look good, Pop. You know what I'm saying? But Hartenstein, I was speaking on Jose, is leaving from New York. That's what they're saying. I don't think New York, after all the moves that they've made, will have enough money to pay him after he proved that he can start for someone in the NBA.
I
the
think he'll
Nova
get
Knicks?
paid.
That's what they're called now, the Nova Knicks.
Well,
The
he's
Nova
not
Knicks.
one of them. He's not one of the Nova.
He's not a Nova guy. He's out of here. He's out of here. You know, they're gonna get Jenkins.
I made a bold prediction to my boy the other day. I said if the Knicks start slow, and when I say slow, I don't mean like they bad, but if they don't start the way they want to, don't be surprised if they don't make a call and say, "Hey, Jay Wright, you still don't want to coach an NBA?"
Right.
You still
Right.
look. I'm not gonna fire Tibbs yet, but if you even got a little bit of want to coach an NBA, hey, I got some guys that you might be familiar with. Don't be surprised if that happens. If they start slow.
Okay, this is kind of Sixer related, but not Sixer related. He was a Sixer. Got to touch this. How do y'all feel about the Lakers' new head coach, JJ Redick? How do you feel about him as a coach? And what? Go ahead, BJ.
No, keep asking the question.
What?
The Portland's pick is in, so I wanted you to finish the question. I was going to give you the pick and then let them answer the question.
What do you think about him?
They got him. They got him. I'm sorry. I had to interrupt
Do it.
you.
Do it. Do it.
They got Klingon. from UConn.
Who's
I like
that?
probably the best big. To me, he was the best center / power forward in the draft because he can stretch the floor. He's a really good player. He's a really good player. That's why when Jen initially messaged talking about Edie, I said if we could somehow trade up to get him, I would be happier rather than get Edie because he's more of an agile big. He can do a little bit more.
One thing I will say, if we get a draft and stash player, I'm going to jump out the window on the top of this.
You don't want Dario Saric?
What?
Remember how long we waited for Dario?
We waited for Dario for like what?
But I love Dario. I ain't gonna lie.
I love him.
That's one of them guys that I wish didn't have to go, man. I used to love Dario.
That was a stupid move.
The homie.
Yeah, the homie.
I miss him, man. I miss him. But yeah, we are currently 9 picks away.
So nobody's done, and none of the ones that have gone so far have traded anything.
Nothing.
No, it's been no trade, but it still can be trades that we've seen in a draft that are later announced. Yeah.
Remember, we didn't trade Mikal Bridges till after we picked him. Remember?
That was bullshit.
Let him put the hat on. Hey, Mom, guess what? Oh no, you're not. I'm sorry. Never mind. Hey, Mom, we gonna work together. Oh no, never.
Hey, Mill, I definitely was talking to Maury about signing Casper. Definitely was.
We need to sign Casper.
All right, so
yeah.
number one, if you had to pick a position at 16, real quick, what position you picking? I'm gonna give y'all the top 5 available. Center or power forward?
Power forward.
Let's go power forward. Power forward does have the most top 20 players. I hate to say this because I'm a Tar Heel fan, but you got Flip Howski from Duke. Definitely can extend the floor. He has a little bit of range, and he's not afraid to bang. You got a guy from Sweden. You got a power forward from Dayton. You got a guy from Cameroon. Might match up well with him. Yeah, so if we go power forward, those are the top few names on the board. But obviously, center is the position that you guys love, and Zach Edey is currently best available right now at center.
And quite honestly, I don't want to run into the same Paul Reed situation with drafting a power forward, who is never going to play power forward. They'll put him at small 5, and that's a problem. That's a problem. Our team is built around somebody who can block shots and grab rebounds. And when Joel come out of that game, somebody needs to go in there and do just that. So might not get the guy in this draft. Might go get him from somewhere else. But I like Hartenstein now for backup.
Dang, that French guy that got chosen by Charlotte, he wasn't supposed to go till like 12th.
They reached. That's why I said I can't believe they ain't get my man from UConn. To me, he was the best big there. He was definitely the best big available. So I don't know what they were thinking. They do like the run, though. They do like the run. Let's be clear. You got to think about the personnel. LaMelo Ball is not the point guard that's slowing it down and they playing in the half court. So maybe they wanted to go with more speed than
they want a high flyer. Yeah, want a high flyer. But
he's tall. He's 6'9".
Yeah.
Question: would you guys be upset if we drafted a sharp shooting guard?
Don't we have enough shooting guards? Well, we don't.
We actually have
right
nothing.
now.
We have nothing, Jen.
I know. I keep forgetting.
We actually don't own a shooting guard right now.
We don't.
But there's a lot of point guards on the board.
We got 2 point guards, we got a small forward, and we got 2 centers.
Oh, so
Well,
Paul Reed's still on the he's still under contract.
Paul Reed is one of the only people signed. He signed as remember we matched Utah's offer letter to him last year.
So you
Wait,
could just
are we calling Ricky Council a point guard?
No, I said he was the small forward.
Small
So I
forward.
said center, Paul Reed and Joel Embiid, small forward, Ricky Council, and then
Terquavian. Oh, Downton.
Downton, yeah.
Is he
I'm
a point
hoping-
guard?
Yeah, I think he could shoot his ass off, but I think they got him listed as a point guard.
Trade him and the 16th pick and get us Brandon Ingram. Make me a happy woman.
All right,
please make her a happy woman. We don't want to see her upset, Jen.
So we talked about it a little bit last show, but are we upset if we give Paul George a 4-year deal? Are we upset?
Yes.
Like actually mad?
Me? Yes. I don't want to get old, BG. I think that's the biggest mistake that Morey can make in this whole thing is picking old guys while everybody else around us is getting younger, faster, more athletic.
I'll say this too, and this might not go fondly with the gang right here. Like you got more with Tobias Harris than you will be getting from PG at this point in his career. Defensively, yes, he plays both sides of the ball. They were right with Tobias Harris. There's not a lot of people in the NBA at his position who could play both sides of the ball and shoot a 40%. The problem with Tobias Harris is he has no heart at all. So those stats he put up, when it's time for him to really put up, when it counts, he shrinks. That's his problem in a nutshell. No, I don't want him back, BG. I want him out of town fast as possible. He's gone. Don't make that face.
Did you just say at this point?
Yes, he did.
Paul George and Tobias Harris are the same?
Go look at the stats. Go pull the stats up. Go pull the stats up.
You're
Go
stupid.
pull the stats up. Let's stop rapping. Go pull the stats up.
What do you want to pull up? Like their averages?
Points per game. Okay.
How
Go to minutes.
How many points do you think Paul George averaged? Like, what do you think he averaged?
About 19?
How much did Tobias average? If Paul George averaged that.
Let's go on career. We going last year or we going career?
No, you just said right now.
Okay. What?
So
Tobias
right
had 16 points a game? Something like that for Tobias for last season?
Ooh.
I'm not giving him flowers, bro. I'm just saying, what are you getting with Paul George that you were not getting with Tobias Harris?
Someone who can create their own shot.
Absolutely. He can create his own shot, but what is he doing on the defensive end of the floor?
How many all defensive teams have Tobias Harris made? Because Paul George has definitely made one. And I think he might have made one this year. Are you kidding me?
Did he?
Are you kidding? Like,
Pull it up.
George,
Seen him get blown by all year.
Carl, Paul George has been known as one of the best two-way players in the league. That was what everybody was scared of. Like, oh my God, they put Kawhi and Paul George together. They're probably the best two-way players in the league. Are you kidding?
At this point in his career, we're not talking about Indiana Paul George. We're not talking about that guy. You know what I mean? Listen, I would love to have him here, but I'm not paying him top dollar for him to be here when we got a whole roster to fill out. I'm just not. I'm not comfortable with that. I'd rather get 3 dogs instead of one really good guy. I'd rather get 3 dogs in here.
Paul George shot 41% from the field. Paul George made 3 threes a game, shot 36% from 3. I think he was a little bit better, bro. Just a little
36% from 3. I think Tobias shot around that as well. Am I mistaken?
The Spurs just picked their pick.
Oh yeah, they picked the guy from. Oh yeah, that was a good pick. Oh my
God. Who they pick up? Who they pick up?
Probably the best offensive guard. To me, the best offensive guard in the draft. Rob Dillingham from Kentucky. He probably the best offensive guard in the draft, in my opinion. Probably the best offensive guard. So I'm surprised they went back-to-back guards, but they needed guard help. They did need guard help. So
I ain't gonna lie. The Knicks have kind of forced us into a reactive kind of position here. But Daryl Morey absolutely needs to react. A team within our division, within our conference, have made a move to push them ahead where they was last year, and they beat us last year. You got to make your move, bro. You got to make your move. Some type of move. Something that makes us better than last year. You know, that standing patch is dead. No.
Almighty, we did acknowledge in the beginning that we were mid, so you could keep saying it if you want.
He
But
said
we
Sixers
already
drafted Bronny.
acknowledged it.
He
Almighty.
came, here,
Jose, what you got to say?
he came in here just to troll. Oh no, Almighty. He just want to troll today.
Yeah, we mad.
We're a little mad, man.
Jose, since you weren't here when I posed the question to begin, would you rather at this point they use the 16th draft pick or trade it for a player who we can use now?
I'm scared of the draft part.
What's going on, BJ?
Everybody stop.
Uh-oh.
I got news. One, that pick is on the move already, and he's going to Minnesota. Dillingham is going to be playing with Anthony Edwards. But worse news, Memphis has announced that they are picking Zach Edey next. They have already announced that the pick's not in. The pick hasn't been made, but Shams just tweeted Memphis is picking Zach Edey next. So, y'all, Zach Edey dreams is over. Zach
Damn
Edey dreams
you.
over quick.
Trade the
Damn
pick.
you, Memphis!
Trade
Trade
the
the
pick.
pick! Trade
It's
the pick!
it's over. Well, we don't know. We do not know. So, y'all, just like that just happened, just like he just went from the Spurs and quickly was traded to Minnesota, we don't know if that call was made and the Sixers maybe talk to them. But right now it says Memphis is planning to take Zach Edey with the number 9 pick.
Damn.
So, again, for those that wasn't listening, Rob Dillingham got drafted by the Spurs and now traded to Minnesota. That is nasty. And then it's been announced that Memphis is selecting Zach Edey at 9.
Yeah, I don't like the way Philadelphia deals with young talent. So I'm gonna vote to trade the pick.
Yeah, that's the thing. And that's what, before you came in, Jose, I was like, I would love to pick a guy and hope that he thrives as a Sixer. But what facts do I have to even think that's possible for the Sixers? We don't play young players.
I ain't gonna hold you. If we could somehow, someway, put a package together to get Lauri Markkanen, who's been rumored to be out there, I think that is an excellent pickup for this team. It fills a couple holes. This guy could fill multiple positions on the floor. He can do a lot, and I would love to see him here as a Sixer if we can move that. That will move the needle, I believe.
I'm confused to what happened, guys. So they
What?
trade. How did they trade their pick to Minnesota, and now they're getting to pick again?
Timberwolves traded 2031 unprotected first round pick and 2030 swap top 1 protected to the Spurs for Rob Dillingham. But the thing is, I think the Timberwolves also had that they don't have the next pick. Memphis has the next pick.
So they probably
I
didn't
know,
change it
but
on the board.
I thought you said Memphis was the one that picked at number 9.
Minnesota.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. So Memphis is picking Zach Edey at 9. Minnesota did the trade for Dillingham. I mean, for why did I just go blank? For Dillingham.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you one thing, Almighty.
So I'm asking you this again. Minnesota, Memphis was the one that had the 9th pick, correct?
Yes. Dillingham got picked 8 by the Spurs.
Oh, by the Spurs.
Yes. All right, the pick is official. Zach Edey to Memphis. I'll be listening to see if anything is traded, but right now Zach Edey did get picked by Memphis.
Okay. So the Dillingham thing doesn't have anything to do with the Zach Edey.
No, I was just announcing the 2 things that happened while we were talking. That's why I just meshed them together. So
That's all right.
So
well,
we got 6.
Getting closer, guys.
Yeah, it's getting closer. We got 6 picks to us. And y'all man is off the board. My man is off the board. So now I'm going to best available. Let's see best available. Oh.
Damn, I can't believe he went 9th. He wasn't supposed to go till like 16, 17.
And then I didn't think Memphis would go. Well, I guess Steven Adams did just take that really bad injury. And now I think they wound up getting rid of him. So, I mean, that just fills that size, boy. That fills that size.
Yeah, it sure does. Man. All right, who's left?
All right, well, we might.
Well, there's that.
We
There
got a
is
chance to get Tristan De Silva.
I was just going to say there's still
we
De
got a
Silva.
chance.
He's the only one I have a star next to on my board here.
That will be a pick who can play right away. And if I'm Daryl Morey, I'm moving up to get him. You screwed us on Bridges.
But this is the thing. You don't need to move up to get him. He's the 8th player on the board right now.
I think somebody gonna grab him before
Is he-
16.
he's the 8th player on the board right now. So I
I
don't know. I wouldn't say I wouldn't trade up for him because again, you only trade up in my opinion if you plan on doing something with this player. If we trade up to get somebody that's going to turn into Isaiah Joe, then we just wasted trading up. That's the
So
only thing I'm saying.
that's what you think his ceiling is, Isaiah Joe?
No, I'm just saying I don't want that same situation. We got Isaiah Joe and then we just watched him grow up on our bench and then go to Oklahoma City and become
And blast
a sniper
off.
and become a
And
sniper.
blast off.
Like I don't want to see that type of situation again. Is what I'm saying.
We need to do better cultivating young talent, man. Period. That is the Sixers' problem in a nutshell. That's why we're in the position we are in right now. We do not know how to cultivate young talent.
You know what I hope, y'all? I'm gonna just be real with y'all. I hope we pick Bronny now.
Lord.
And I hope we listen to why. I hope we pick Bronny because I just want to see y'all faces. It's to the point now where my guy off the board, y'all guy off the board. The excitement is gone. If Carl God go off the board next, then we might as well just hope we get Bronny. So at least, look, they could at least talk about the Sixers tomorrow. We'll be talked about a lot. We'll be the most talked about team in the league.
You are correct.
Get Bronny.
We get Bronny, maybe we get Bron.
My thing is, if we draft a player at 16 with all that's going on, I'm gonna be blown away. If a trade doesn't come out of that, I'm gonna be blown away. We do have a lot of money, and we can make way on free agency, but if you have an opportunity to get somebody via trade tonight, you go get them.
How pissed would the Lakers be if we took Bronny at 16 because they pick at 17 and they want to keep LeBron?
I mean, it'll gotta be a good trade chip to take what we want from them. That'd be a nice little trade
from the Lakers.
I don't think to be honest with you, I don't think he'd force his way out.
No.
I know he wants to play with his son, but I think just being in the NBA at the same time as his son is enough for him. I think he would love to play with his son, but I don't know if he'll definitely just bounce, especially because of his relationship with his new head coach.
Yeah.
That would be weird. That'll be weird to me.
I think he got enough pull with his team.
Cody Williams from Colorado just went to Utah. Cody Williams just went to Utah. So real quick, all right, let's go with the teams in front of us real quick. We want a big. Do we think Chicago needs a big? Maybe. OKC? Maybe. Sacramento? Maybe. Portland already took a big. Miami doesn't need a big. So we got 3 teams in front of us that could take bigs. That could. I don't know what Chicago wants. I don't know what OKC wants. I don't know what Sacramento wants. But all 3 of them could use a bigger body. So
Only time will tell.
Chicago has Andre Drummond. Why would they need a?
I think Drummond's a free agent, I believe.
Chicago has been shopping Chicago's entire roster for the last 365 days. Like I feel like every single player has been on the trade block in Chicago in the last 365 days, man. It's crazy.
Most definitely they're trying to rebuild after trying to rebuild since Jordan left. Since D Rose left.
I saw the day, I don't remember what show I was watching, but I saw the day they said that they had entertained like 16 or 17 different offers for Zach LaVine. I was like, what? Damn. Yeah, Edie got drafted, Phil. Edie went to Memphis.
Let me ask you a question. Sixers pick come up. Sixers trade the 16th pick, the first pick next year, and the first pick after that year for Zach LaVine. You happy with that?
Not so much because he's an undersized guard.
Because what?
He's an undersized guard. He's what, 6'5",
yeah.
6'5", or something like that. So I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be totally mad. And why I wouldn't be totally mad, BG, is because of what you said earlier about PG. He can go get his own bucket, and he could defend as well. And he's playoff tested, and he's still fairly young. So I feel like that checks a lot of boxes when you want to bring somebody in here when you're trading away multiple first-round picks. Number one, is he young? Number two, has he been successful? Number three, can he play both sides of the ball? And he could do that. So I wouldn't be mad at that. I'd be surprised if it happened, though.
They just said Bulls are focused on the number one available right now, Modest Buzelis from G League Ignite, small forward. They just They just tweeted that that's who they're the most interested in. So that's one big that's not off the board. That's a small forward. So just as a heads up, we still got a chance to get whoever the best available big is. I wish we needed a point guard right now because I really like Topic out of Serbia. Somebody was telling me how good he was. So I just watched a little bit of a couple of videos on YouTube. But I was like, damn, he could really go. But we don't need no guard. We don't need no guard.
So they tweeted it, but they didn't actually make their pick yet?
Woj tweeted it. Woj's words were, Bulls are focusing on the Chicago kid, Modest Buzelis.
Okay. How much time did they get? I thought they only got 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's 5 minutes between picks.
Okay. Seems like a long time.
Chicago's ESPN is saying Chicago's pick is in. So as soon as it comes up, I will let you know.
Oh, we're getting closer, guys. I'm getting nervous. I'm getting a little sweaty.
It's crazy. I felt like going to 16 was going to take longer, but now I'm like, damn, we really right here already.
Right here.
We right here. Because you know the NFL draft, man. We'd be on like pick 4 right now.
Not too bad. It took us an hour to get to 16 from 1 to 16. That's not too bad considering they started, 15 minutes later than they normally. You know what I mean?
No, they started on time. Carl,
we started 15 minutes.
Oh, we did.
If it says the draft starts at 8, that's when the coverage starts. The clock didn't start till like
8:15,
8:20. Yeah,
right.
I mean, so I knew that's what it was gonna be. That's why I didn't want to come on right at the time, but we ran into issues.
They gave this bull $42 million a year. What the hell is going on with the NBA? They gave him $200 million for 5 years. What the hell? This guy has never. This is crazy. But
I want to know how they're getting under the salary cap. All those dudes.
Well, the rest of the guys that they have on the bench don't make shit.
But it's not like they're making a vet minimum or something. They're making $4 million to $10 million.
But guys, how much do y'all think Josh Hart and Dante DiVincenzo make? We understand their value. We know how good the Knicks were because of them. But
they got them for a discount.
They're not big money guys. What are these massive contracts that the Knicks don't have a lot of massive contracts? Their only massive ones is Brunson and Randall.
Yeah, Brunson, Randall, now OG. Mikal Bridges isn't cheap.
I mean, it was a master plan by them getting these Villanova guys because they knew that guys would accept less money to play with each other because they're friends. So, a guy like Josh Hart, a guy like DiVincenzo could make a lot more money on other teams, but they chose to stay there and play there because their brothers was there. So, smart move by them.
I'm about to say they added something that you can't sign. They did something that doesn't have a number on it. It doesn't get a contract. It doesn't show up anywhere. But they sign cohesiveness. Like they don't have to worry about, hey, does my team get along? Ever. There's not going to be any rifts in that locker room, and that goes a long way. When it comes down to playoff team, those close-knit, those teams that are that close, you see it. And it shows up in the box score most times. They just play well with each other. Yes, they only have one superstar, but they got guys that just excel at their role. And that's how I feel about the Sixers. The Sixers don't need more superstars. We just need people to be the best fourth option, the best sixth man, the best fourth guy off the bench. That's the thing. We just don't get anything out of the extras. We get Joel Embiid, we know what we get. We get Tyrese Maxey, we know what we get. After that, everybody is such a roller coaster. Is wild. It's so wild to me. Like, we have a guy, our third best player, apparently, is our third best player, Tobias Harris, who has games where he could have 25 and games where he can have 2. That's
crazy. That's bananas. You cannot, as a coach, you cannot game plan for that. You cannot fix that. It's not a lot of buttons you could push when your next guy is putting up 2 points in the playoffs. You know what I mean? You can't plan for that, man. I felt bad for Nick Nurse with that going on.
Yeah, and we get on the roster construction all the time, but at the end of the day, Daryl Morey and Elton Brand were kind of handcuffed with the fact that, hey, I can't even get y'all a third option because we already got it. He's just not doing third option things often. When it matters. I won't act like Tobias was garbage the whole time he was a Sixer. But when it mattered, I mean, God, my man was horrible. Nick Batum was more valuable to the Sixers in the playoffs.
And that's freaking bananas for a guy who was debating retiring before the season started. You know, Tobias and his father should be ashamed of themselves. Yeah, I added his father in there.
Haha.
Talk about his son is a sharpshooter. Hell is you talking
Chicago
about?
still hasn't come on.
I was about to
hell?
literally Adam Silver's on my screen.
What's the pick?
They took exactly who Woj said. Exactly who Woj said. Matis Bazulis.
Okay.
Matis Bazulis, small forward from the G League Ignite, but apparently he went to Chicago. I mean, he's from Chicago as well.
All right.
OKC is on the clock. Then we got Sacramento, Portland, Miami, and then clap your hands, everybody. You know what'd be crazy? As much as we want to trade, if we sat here for this whole first 15 picks and then we trade the 16th pick, if it's not what we want, like if we go get something that's not gonna turn that water that Jenny's drinking into vodka. if we gonna make Carl snap, it's gonna be bad, y'all. It's gonna be bad.
So
they ain't even gonna get it
or make the right trade.
They're not gonna get a chance to see me snap, BJ. I'm gonna throw the laptop against the wall.
Don't do that. Please don't do that.
This is a promise, bro.
Please don't do that.
So we don't know what the Spurs got for that Dillingham guy, right?
Yes,
we don't
Hold on.
I
No,
told
what
you.
the are you talking about?
They traded the 2028 second round pick and a 2029 protected first overall pick. So the only way they don't get it is if it's the number 1 pick.
Who were you talking about just now, BJ?
We was talking about she wanted to know what the Spurs got for that Dillingham trade with Minnesota.
Okay, Milt, you almost gave me a heart attack, bro. You got to stop drawing. That's why I was looking at BG, and that's why I asked him that. Don't be putting stuff. Like he going to put Morey trades down. Crying face.
I didn't say that.
No, Milt said that. And right after he said that, you said, well, they traded the future 2029. I'm like, what is going on?
Hey, Milt, let me talk to you for a second, Milt, because I know you're still listening. No, I didn't want to talk to you, Milt. I'm going to talk to everybody else. Milt, you sit this one out. When y'all gonna realize everything Milt puts online, if it's typed on his keyboard, he's trolling.
Jesus Christ,
Milt.
You used to be a very serious guy, Milt. What happened, brother? Jesus Christ.
Milt is gonna troll to the day until it's over, man. That's my dog.
That's my dog too, man. He is a lifer here at Eat Sleep Sixers. Everybody that's been with us for day one and the new people, we appreciate y'all. Times like this where there's no game on, y'all rocking out with us. We appreciate y'all, man. Much love.
Oh man. Okay, Steve, please don't take somebody we need. The crazy thing is when I look at the board though, the best available is honestly, I'm gonna just be real with you. There's nobody that just moving anything for me. Maybe again, as much as I hate everything that smells like Duke, if we got Kyle Flipkowski, I wouldn't be angry because I know he is a capable player. Oklahoma City is selecting Nikola Topic at number 12. Shams just tweeted.
Damn, they can't just let the people get their glory. I
mean, TV can't keep up. Look, the website ain't even uploaded yet. Forget
the
about
kid
the TV.
Doesn't even know yet, and Shams is like, "I picked."
You know how it is. Shams and Woj are in competition. This is their time of year. Who can be first?
I'm still gonna hope for this with this Tristan Da Silva 6'8". I'm hoping for him. He's got size.
So you want Ricky Council? Because we got Ricky Council.
I like Ricky Council. We got wings, 2 wings. We need 2.
Like I understand where both of y'all coming from. It's just so like as much as I'm happy that we have a lot of money, I really want us to just sign people because right now, just knowing we're about to get a pick, a kid that has never touched the NBA basketball, never been on the floor, it doesn't super excite me. This draft didn't excite me being at 16. When we were picking 1, 2, and 3, it excited me even though we got them wrong so many times. But it's something about 16 that doesn't excite me. So I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm going to keep it real. I want to see us traded. I want to see it.
100%. 100%. That is my number one goal. That's what I would like to see the most. Trade the pick. But if we get the keep the pick, that's my pick guy now that Zach Edey's gone. However, do you think Ricky Council's going to see the floor?
I mean, if they signed him, I hope they didn't just sign him to again turn into Isaiah Joe. Like, why are
Listen.
you keeping turn him into Cork? I mean, granted, Cork has turned himself into Cork Mouse, but like, why are you paying me to just sit here? To be, I get it. Next man up, be ready when your number's called. But at some point, can I get a shot?
Hey,
our young guys never get a shot.
I got a few things I gotta handle, but I promise I will be in the comments at our pick to cry, or put a heart emoji, or laugh, or maybe put a jumping off the bridge GIF. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to pick, but I will pick something. Duty calls. Go ahead.
Do your thing. Before you go, Jim, what was you could go. Jim, what was that tweet you tweeted? I mean, that you retweeted earlier. Somebody asked you a question. Is there anything worse than being a Sixers? What was the exact word?
I will read it to you.
Is
Hang
there
on.
anything more pointless than being a Sixers
Yeah,
fan?
that's it. Is there anything more pointless than being a Sixers fan? No. There's nothing more pointless than being a Sixers fan.
Torturing ourselves for so long, man.
What? Oh,
lose one, gain one. That's what I'm talking about.
That's right.
Lose one, gain one. Maybe.
I don't know what's happening.
This is my little blue friend. His name is Jose. It's coming up, y'all, man. We on pick 12. I'm waiting for OKC's. Oh, they already said they've taken topic. It hasn't been picked yet, but they are taking topic.
Yeah, I think that's so wrong that they come out with those before the kid even gets told. Then it's like, oh, I heard you're getting picked by. I mean, come on. I don't know, but I guess we'll know the Sixers pick before the TV land does.
Yeah. We
or a trade. Trade.
I want it to be a trade. I want it to be a trade.
Speak it into existence, BG.
I want it to be a trade. Even if it's hey, we're trading to get future draft capital. It's just nothing. It's nobody here that I think we're. Yeah, I can hear you.
We can hear you.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, was you talking? Because we couldn't hear you until you said, "Can we hear you?"
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like, I didn't hear you before that. So yeah, they did take Nikola Topic, the guard out of Serbia. He might not see much time either. Let's not forget they got the real MVP on their team. Shea should have won MVP. I don't know how much time he's gonna get, but he's a good guard. Sensor cleaning. What's happening to Jose right now?
I don't know what's going on.
I turn off the camera and turn it back on.
All right. So we got we're in the home stretch, guys.
Oh,
4 more peeps. 4 more peeps. I can't believe it.
After Miami picks, we look.
What happened to Carl?
He had to go to work.
Oh, snap. Okay.
After Miami picks, we're gonna look at the board and see if we can predict the pick. I'm going with Flip. I hate Duke, but damn it, I'm going with Flip if he's available.
I can't see the board.
Oh, my bad. I thought you had ESPN up. Which one you want?
Can I show? You could just tell me where I got to go to see the board.
I'm just on ESPN.com. Go to NBA and then go to draft and go to rounds.
Because I just have the NBA draft board that shows what teams picked what. Go ahead, y'all can talk while I look for this.
I'm about to try to put it. I'm about to put it on the screen.
On the clock.
Here we go. Share. Bam. Here we go. Now we rolling. So this is what has been picked thus far.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, and let's go to best available. Which position would you like to see, Jen?
I don't know.
You said you wanted to go with Carl's pick with Tristan Da Silva, small forward out of Colorado. So.
Is he a small? How's a 6'8" guy small forward?
Here, I'll read off his card for you if you can't see it. His strengths: Da Silva is a late blooming forward with skills, smart and coveted two-way versatility on the wing. I'm sorry. He is a well-rounded player who lacks ideal physicality at 217 pounds, and perhaps any one elite and perhaps any one elite skill. But he does a lot of things well, making 40% from the three-point line. That's huge. Three-point shooting, and showing a strong feel for the game. The verdict: De Silva is a fluid player who can space the floor, attack closeouts, and find the open man on the move while guarding multiple positions on defense. That sounds good. Sounds like Paul George Young. That's what it sounds like to me. His ability to slide between roles is appealing, even if his narrow frame figures to be limiting factor in some matchups, especially.
Didn't they say that about Ben Simmons?
He's already 23 years old.
Yeah, because he's been playing somewhere else. Germany?
I thought they said the same thing about Ben Simmons.
We don't speak that man's name. You just said it twice. I will be expecting a cash app of $2, please, sir. I will be expecting my money on time. But let me see. Did I get any notifications?
I think my tab is still open, so you know what I mean? You put that on my tab.
Kings have had significant trade talks around the number 13 pick, but focused on Providence's Devin Carter.
Carter.
Sacramento is taking
guard.
Devin Carter. Yeah, they said they are taking Devin Carter. They just tweeted again saying they will.
Damn, we're getting there.
We here now. It's almost time.
Oh, look, a show low man already knew it. Carter to sack. In our comments.
Oh, what's up? You know what's crazy? I've been talking to y'all and looking at the draft board so much. I ain't even been looking at the comments. Just milk crazy ass.
Yo, the Sixers need to do a Boston Celtics and draft Bronny.
I'm dead serious. I would not be surprised if we drafted Bronny. I would not be surprised.
Why would that be a Boston Celtics? Explain that to me. Come on.
I'm confused too, Jen.
You know what I'm saying?
What the heck?
I'm confused too, bro. I had a little too much to drink. God damn it. Don't be trying to make fun of me on here.
Yo, me and Jen over here trying to put the puzzle together. Bronny Celtics move. What the hell is he talking about? We was trying hard as hell to figure out what you was talking about, man.
Oh, Lord.
Somebody passed gas?
No, I went like that.
Oh, okay.
My cat joined me.
I'm about to say, damn, that was loud.
You ain't got no damn sense. All right, I'll share it again when we get closer to our picks. But man, I'm worried, y'all. I got a weird ass feeling he gonna do it. He's gonna pick Bronny. I think he's gonna do it, yo. Daryl Morey seems like the type that just wants, you know what? I want people to look at us. And like I said, tomorrow we'll be the most talked about team in the league. We will be the most talked about team in the league, dog. If we draft Bronny James at 16.
What's he expected to go at?
Well, he's like the 44th overall prospect.
Oh, for real? We can't pick him at 16.
Yeah, he's like overall, I'll tell you exactly what he is. Best available. They have him listed at point guard, Bronny James. Damn, is he even on the list anymore? They took him off the list. Maybe they put him at a 2 guard. Oh, Lord. Where'd Bronny go? Oh, that's overall. I'm sorry. Point guards. Here we go. Bronny James. Bronny James is he's 31st at point guard, and he's 55th overall.
Don't we have a second round pick?
Yes, we do.
Can't we get him then?
No, if Bronny going in the first
get him
round,
at our 40th pick or something. Come on.
Oh man, and the weird thing, I didn't even think about this until right now. I'm looking up at the TV, looking at that Devin Carter pick to Sacramento. I know we're talking about the Sixers mainly, but I was having a conversation. I said, you know what? I think the ideal situation for Bronny would go to a young team that is good. And I said, I would think of like a OKC or a Sacramento, backing up Gilgeous-Alexander or backing up De'Aaron Fox. I thought that would be the most ideal. I think going to a young trash team won't be good for him. I think going to a veteran team won't be good for him because he probably won't play. I think if he goes to a young team that has
What about like Orlando?
So I said Orlando, and my boy said, no, I hate Orlando. I was like, why not? Orlando's good, and they all young.
And they're young.
Like he fits in with a young crowd, I think. I think that would be best suited for Bronny, in my opinion. I'm not saying any of these teams to reach for him in the first round, but, I mean, I would be remiss not to talk about the biggest name in the draft. He's not the best player by no means, but the biggest name. So I thought about it, and I just think he should get drafted, and I think that his best fit would be like a team that's young but good, not a trash young team. Like not Charlotte. Don't go to Charlotte. Yeah, they're young, but I mean, are they going anywhere anytime soon? Probably not. So I thought OKC or Sacramento would be the perfect spot for Bronny.
All I'm saying is if we're gonna draft Bronny, use our second round pick.
Washington.
Don't
Who the
use
heck is
the
this
60.
name? I just seen a name that I don't even think is a real name. They just announced the pick is not official, but Shams just announced Bub Carrington.
Bub?
His name is
Bub?
Bub. I had to
Bub.
make sure. So I saw the tweet and I'm like, maybe it was a misquote, but his name is Bub. Bub Carrington out of Pittsburgh. Point guard
Okay.
out of Pittsburgh is going to Washington.
All right, Bub.
The good old Bub. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen Bub play. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think I've ever seen Bub. I did my homework on this draft, but I ain't heard about Bub.
Me
He's a
either.
good old bug.
I definitely skipped the content about Bub.
I really just kind of zoned in on that like 10 to 20
Hey,
range.
hey, can I get a second for one of the
Hey,
people
Biggie
in the
Simi.
chat? Biggie Simi, look, what you got to do is when you go on YouTube, the
Gotta
subscribe
hit the
button might
bell
be hit.
notification.
It'll be a bell right next to the word subscribe. You hit that bell, and every single time we go live, you'll get a notification on your phone saying East Sleep 6 is going live. So just make sure you hit the bell. But good evening to you, man. But yeah, if you want to be notified, never miss a show. Just hit the bell, and you will get a notification every time. Oh, that's the old trade. I'm sorry. They talking about the Wizards trading for Brogdon, the 2024 first round pick, 2029 first round pick, 2 second round picks for Denny Avdia to Portland. They was just talking about that trade. That went on earlier. I feel so bad for Brogdon. Brogdon went from being the rookie of the year, 6th man of the year, to getting sent to Portland and now to Washington.
Ugh. So Sholo Man says Carlton Carrington is his name, but he goes by Bub.
Oh, it goes by Bub. Okay. Appreciate you, Sholo man. Appreciate you. I had never heard of no Bub. My name is Bub.
I think there's a song called My Name is Mud.
I think Paul Reed produced that song. So, do you think we attack free agency immediately on July 3rd? Is it the 3rd or the 2nd? It's one of those 2 days. Do you think we attack it early, or are we going to be sitting around for a couple of days waiting for things to happen? Because there are players that said they aren't signing anything until they see direction of certain teams.
Wow.
So do you think Daryl Morey's aggressive early? I mean,
He better be. I
think he
swear,
ha- I
because
think
he
he
like
has
sits.
to.
He can't be sitting around waiting to see what's left and get us another Buddy Hield situation. You gotta be aggressive. I haven't seen it yet, man. I haven't seen it. He's very like wait around. Or maybe guys don't want to wheel and deal with him because he's scoundrel.
Would you?
No.
Would you? Hold up. Portland's pick. Oh, I already told y'all Portland's pick because Shams ruined it for everybody.
He's gonna keep doing that too. He's gonna do that for us pretty soon. One more pick. I still see on the clock on mine.
Yeah, it just popped up. They just announced it. They just announced it, and it just popped up on the website. We're 2 picks away, y'all. We're 2 picks away from the Sixers drafting a player that they're not gonna play.
Almighty, I don't care about Isaiah Collier. He's on my list, but I don't really care about him. And I don't know the other person you're mentioning, Tyler Smith. He's not on my list. You can have those people. Hi, Billy.
And you know
You
what's
wanted
crazy?
Bub.
She said,
You know what's crazy though? We've been talking about all these bigs that we want. Don't get me wrong, y'all did say De Silva, a nice wing player, but I keep thinking about the draft and thinking about our last year roster, and I keep forgetting we don't got none of them people right this second.
I
Like,
know.
I keep thinking what fits with the current team, and I keep forgetting we don't have a
We
team.
don't have a team.
We
gotta-
actually couldn't play an NBA game right now. We got 4 players. We won't be able to play an NBA game until like 5 minutes from now when the Sixers pick. Like, we legit can't play a game right now. I keep forgetting, man. We really don't have a roster. We don't have a roster right now. But it makes me hopeful because with nothing and so many people who also aren't signed, we got a chance, man. We got a chance to change the landscape of the Sixers. We got a chance to change what the Sixers are, a bunch of second-round losers. We got a chance to start that tonight, man. I pray to God we do the right thing. And if we don't do the right thing tonight, Daryl Morey, I won't be mad at you tonight. If you don't do it right tonight, but come the first day of free agency, if the first thing ain't Tyrese Maxey signed his 205-year deal, and the second thing isn't, hey, we're starting to make some other moves. I don't even care what it is. Do something. We better not go through the first week of free agency without making some solid moves, some solid.
Because
players.
I'll be watching all the other teams making moves and getting pissed every single time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll have people telling me to calm down. Don't tell me to calm down. Let me be in my feelings when I want.
People don't realize we are literally like, see, it's different where everybody else. Like, if you mad at the Sixers, you could choose not to watch. We legit have to watch every game. We have to endure every time Daryl Morey has lied to us, every time Elton Brand has not shown up anywhere. Like, I don't even know how he's still employed. I don't know what he does. We've lived through this so many years, picking the wrong player, not getting the right free agent, getting old free agents. Hey, y'all want Kyle Lowry? Hey, yeah, we want Kyle Lowry. All right, y'all should get him. But wait 4 years, and then y'all can have him. Like, we just seem to do the wrong move every year. Every year. Every stinking year. And damn it, I'm tired of it. So you can't tell us to calm down. We've passed calming down. We can't get calm about this anymore. That's why it's now or never for Daryl Morey, Elton Brand, and the Philadelphia 76ers, in my opinion.
Everybody in the comments, well, not everybody, but I keep seeing lots of little jokes in the comments about Tobias Harris, and I'm not ready to joke about that.
All right, look, Almighty, we rock with you, man. We appreciate when you come in here. I love when you troll, because you don't come in here disrespecting us. You just come in here as a fan. Look, I'm going to tell jokes about y'all. Y'all talk trash back to me. I respect it, but please don't put that bad juju on us, man. Please. If the Sixers sign Tobias Harris, I don't know if I'll be able to sit in front of this camera 164 times next season. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sit in front of this camera 164 times, pregame and postgame, and talk to y'all about the Sixers. If I see number 12, and don't try to trick me, Tobias Harris. Don't get signed and then change your number. I don't want to see you. The same way J. Cole disappeared after he apologized, you could disappear. You and him could go look in the mirror and y'all could do the Spider-Man meme. Instead of him and Drake, Tobias and J. Cole, y'all could go do the Spider-Man meme anywhere but Philadelphia. Please, not sign Tobias Harris.
Lowry can go to the Knicks, man. I'm not trying to do the 2019 Raptors. Get out of here.
Hey, Corey, the only reason we can't tank is because a team in our division is tanking.
Yeah, they are.
Don't get me wrong. I don't want to tank, but we can't tank because there's a team, not in our conference. There's a team in our division that is tanking on purpose right now. Brooklyn is offloading everything and just getting draft picks. Every piece of talent they have, they're trying to get rid of, and they're getting draft picks. So with the team already tanking in our division, we can't tank. We actually have to go all in right now. We gotta go after a championship immediately. And right now, with this much money, knowing that maybe we're gonna go in the direction of Maxey being the focal point, because let's be clear, would anybody in here be surprised if Embiid didn't get re-signed after this contract is over? Would you be surprised? Because I would.
Miami is selecting Khalil Ware. Miami is selecting Khalil Ware, or however you pronounce his name.
It's Khalil Ware.
Who's a center? 7-foot center. Wouldn't have mind having him.
As much as we don't congratulate other teams, congratulations. They said Bam is signing an extension as well.
So they're gonna have two centers.
Yeah, I got a notification earlier today. I forget where I was at, but I got a notification that Bam was getting his extension. So hats off to Bam getting his money. He earned it. Hey, Corey, I said we need Flip too. I want Flip.
We're next. I want
Flip. Well, It's gonna be a minute now. It just went to
I
commercial.
know.
And the crazy thing is,
Why
we
you
got
do
the
that
pick.
to us?
We got the pick from Shams, but they don't have.
They
the
didn't
pick.
announce it
They
yet.
didn't announce it yet. So we think it's over. We think we next, but we still ain't next, even though we know the pick.
We got a good 10
All right.
minutes.
All right.
10
So
minutes to go. 10 minutes to go.
Can I pull the board back up? Can I pull the board back up?
You can. We
me
still
see
could
if
get Tristan Da Silva, Deron Holmes, Jared McCain, Isaiah Collier, Dalton Connect,
All right. Here we go. Best available.
Kashawn George.
I'm sticking with my pick. I'm taking Kyle Flipkowski at 16. What you got? What you think?
I'm sticking with Da Silva.
All right, so you going to Silva. Jose, what position do you think we go with?
What
If
about
we get-
Collier? What's Collier's
Man,
position?
knowing the Sixers, they're gonna pick a tall boy.
A towel boy.
So
That's what the Sixers gonna do.
Isaiah Collier is really, really good.
Well, I mean,
He-
any player they pick is gonna be the equivalent of a tall boy. That was my sarcasm.
We'll see. We'll see. Like I said, the future, the past has shown us the Sixers don't play young players.
Mm-hmm.
The past has shown us that. But Collier, he was a beast in high school. He went to USC with Bronny. When Bronny went down, he was still scoring and he was going crazy, but USC was just bad. But he showed that he had an NBA.
Milk, come on, man. I said a tall boy.
What position does he play? How tall is he?
Oh, he's a guard. He's a guard.
You know, the guys that go out with the brooms and sweep the floor when somebody fall.
He's only 6'3".
Oh,
He was super duper tough in high school, and he was good in USC, but USC just wasn't good.
How about Dalton Connect? With a K.
Miami's picking. Oh, you already told us the pick. I mean, we already know the pick. I forgot. Who do you want to know about?
Dalton Connect. KN.
Yeah, there we go. Tennessee. Bam. 6'6", 212 out of Tennessee. Oh, I remember him from the damn tournament. Yeah, he could play. You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of Brown out of Denver.
Okay.
You know who I'm talking about? The white kid that comes off their bench?
Yep.
He doesn't spell it like Brown, but it's pronounced Brown. Yeah, he reminds me of him, man. Watching him in a tournament, he could play. He could really play. I wouldn't hate that. Oh, man. Now, look, I don't even want to look at the board. Y'all about to have me quiet. Somebody else got to talk because I need to see this pick.
Did he already make the Miami settle?
But the
Miami,
16 pick, the Philadelphia Sixers select.
Miami's pick is
Casper.
on the TV already, so that pick has happened, and I'm just waiting for Shams or Woj to tell us who we picking. And I'm gonna tell y'all before. Well, we gonna know
palms are
before
sweaty.
the actual. Yeah, I was about to say that. Did you see me just switch hands on my phone because my palms sweaty as hell, man.
Oh, man.
Please
All right. So
Please get it right. Please get it right.
Connect, Collier, or Tristan Da Silva. I don't know who that guy is. I don't have him on my list. Your guy, Flip, whatever.
Flipkowski,
Mm-hmm.
power forward out of Duke. Right here, look.
How tall is he?
Oh, 6'11". I thought he was 6'10".
Oh.
6'11", yeah. And like I said, he stretches the floor. He can hit the three. He can hit the mid-range. And he's really agile down low. It's not like he's just tall. He's not Rudy Gobert. It's not like he has no offense. Like, he has a nice offensive bag. So we wouldn't just be getting a tall guy. We'd be getting a tall guy who can defend and score. So I want Flip. And I usually don't advocate for Duke players, but I'll take Flip. For sure.
Drum roll.
I'm waiting. It ain't popped up yet.
Are you checking your Twitter feed?
Mm-hmm. I've always had Woj and Shams on notifications, so I don't even have to go to Twitter. Their tweets I get notified about because it's always gonna be breaking news. So I'm like, I always keep theirs on. So I'm waiting.
Sixers trade the 16th pick for.
I'll be fine with that though. That's the crazy part. I'd rather us trade than even get flipped. I'd rather us trade this pick. Come on.
Oh, no, I don't want this. I don't want them to trade for a 25th first and a pick swap. I want them to get somebody that can help us now.
But if we get a pick in next year's draft got a different type, got some different type individuals in it. They got organization changing individuals. So that's why Brooklyn has decided to tank and try to get as much assets that they can try to get that early pick next year.
I want to ask you about the team that is on the clock now, the Philadelphia 76ers, because it looks like
What? I was listening to that.
I was like, where's that coming from?
player. Can you break that down for us?
Yeah, Philadelphia is kind of in the driver's seat going into the offseason. They can create up to $65 million in cap space, but that would have them trading out of 16 right now. So certainly you're looking at putting high-level starters next to Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid. And I think we got to keep an eye on one player that's still on the board that I thought would go in the lottery is Dalton Knecht from Tennessee. He would certainly complement. I know he's 23 years old. I know NBA teams get scared when players are not in their teens, but keep an eye on Knecht, either at Philadelphia or a team like the Los Angeles Lakers.
We'll keep an eye on Knecht, but as we come back here to the desk for just a second,
You can
there is
snooze that
Dalton
again.
Knecht, as Bobby Mark said, he could be a fit for Philadelphia. But as we come back here to the desk,
You can mute that again,
this is
Jose.
when Joel
I
Embiid
just wanted to hear that part.
Oh man, we got 17 seconds, y'all.
17 seconds?
Well, not
Now they
until,
are really.
not until the pick is announced, but on the clock we got 9 seconds. 8,
And Shams hasn't said anything?
nothing. We must be trading it. We
Man.
must be trading it. The pick is in. The pick is in. I have nothing yet, but the pick is in.
Can we hear the announcement?
Turn it, Jose. You want to turn your TV, turn your broadcast back up?
And so does Joel Embiid. We saw their team really plummet from the moment he got injured to basically the moment he tried to come back.
And if you don't bring in a guy like Paul George, let's say they can't get him, one thing Philadelphia could use is three-point shooting. So you talk about a guy like Dalton Knecht, Jared McCain, Jacoby Walter. There's still great three-point shooters left on the board.
Johnny Furphy can shoot it.
Yep.
I want to bring Jonathan Gaboni back into
What
the
are they
conversation if we could here in just a moment, because Jonathan, we talked a little bit about Dalton Knecht. I know you have something to add here.
I'm shocked that Dalton Knecht is still on the board here. For the last 30 minutes, I've been
Jared
racking my
McCain.
brain,
Turn it
texting
down,
every
Hose.
GM
Turn it
saying,
down,
what is
Hose.
going on? Why is Dalton
Jared
Knecht?
McCain. Jared McCain is the pick. Jared
Really?
McCain is the pick. Jared McCain out of Duke. They got a point guard.
Okay.
We got a point guard. But let's be clear, guys. We did want a point guard, right?
I have shooting guard.
You said you did. You said you didn't want. You said you
No,
didn't
I have
want
shooting
Kyle.
guard. I have Jared McCain as a shooting guard.
He's only
on my
6'2",
list.
Jen. No, he's a shooting guard in college. He's only
Oh,
6'2".
okay.
He's not playing shooting guard in NBA.
We don't want these small people, though. And I did not say I wanted a point guard from the
No,
draft.
And when I said, yeah, that's what I was saying. We didn't want to go with Kyle being our starting point guard and maybe not
Exactly.
even our backup. I really didn't see us getting a point guard.
Oh,
y'all.
come on. All right,
I
I'm
really-
angry.
I really didn't see us getting a point guard.
How do y'all feel in the chat? I think it's pretty stupid. I think that was probably the worst pick they could have made. Couldn't have traded. Couldn't have got a big. How many tall guys like they were just talking about? Connect. They were. Why is
Well,
there? Why?
we-
So I said
well-
we were going to be. This was going to be setting the tone. There's our tone. Set. Garbage.
Well, it is now or never. I don't even want to talk about our pick. Do the Lakers take Bronny next, or do they go with Knecht, who's definitely the best player on the board?
Anybody else is going to do something smart except our friggin' guy. I don't know. But I said I was going to hang out until the Sixers picked their pick. And now I'm going to say goodnight to y'all. And I'm mad.
I want to see the Lakers pick. Lakers pick after us, so I'm gonna just watch the Lakers pick and then we can get on.
All right.
I do want to see. I mean, you can leave, but I do want to see if they get Bronny. If they do something stupid and get Bronny at 17, I do want to see if they go get him. But yeah, that was definitely a dud, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really didn't expect a point guard, a 6'2" point guard, a 6'2" point guard, y'all. We just drafted somebody that can look Tyrese Maxey in the eye to eye. We already had a small guy playing point guard and sometimes having to play the 2 when we put another guard in the game, and we just drafted somebody that's the same height. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Again, I said I wasn't going to be mad at Daryl Morey tonight because I'm more focused on free agency. So it is what it is. Hold on, let me see. They about to announce the pick, so I just want to. Never mind. They was announcing a trade, but I'm thinking it was the Sixers trade, but they was announcing the Portland trade.
Oh. All right. Well, that's lovely. All that for a point guard.
Hey, at least we drafted somebody that was invited to the green room. I guess that's the plus. I'm surprised my brother ain't texted me yet because he a Duke fan. I know he mad still because he know we shouldn't have got a guard to Philadelphia. He said, I don't think that's politically correct. Is that the correct word? I can't put your comment on the screen, Milt. I don't think
And he's a Duke guard. He's a Duke guard. Come on. I mean, come on. I can't believe it.
I didn't see that at all.
I can't believe it. There were so many good players still left on that board, and we got a 6'2" point guard.
I'm just happy that your tweet was adding Daryl Morey. Let him know. Let him know.
Of course, I tweet at Daryl Morey way too much, but
Now don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. If this works out, we would love to eat crow. We would love to eat crow. We would love to say, all right, we was wrong. We would love to do that. I hope that this kid pans out. But I just didn't see us getting a 6'2" point guard in this year's draft. A 6'2" point guard.
do you all realize BG 6'8"? I mean, come on. 6'2".
Yo, you stupid.
Oh, this is so dumb.
Yeah, that was actually depressing. I'm not gonna lie. I really didn't see. And just think, they said, I don't remember who that was in the comments that said they wanted Collier. I would have took Collier over him.
Nobody listens on that in that front office. We need size. What are you not understanding about that?
6'2".
Remember how tiny we were last year? Come on, man.
6'2" point guard just got drafted.
Milt, Milt said, if we get smaller. Come on.
We didn't think it was possible. We didn't think it was possible to have a backcourt smaller than Kyle Lowry and Tyrese Maxey. And Daryl Morey said, hold my beer. He said, hold my beer. I'll show y'all that we can get a lot smaller. Hey, we struggle with rebounding all year. Let's draft a point guard.
I'm sorry. What is this?
Point guard.
What is this TikToker nonsense I'm reading? This is the second person that said something about him being a TikToker. What does that mean?
Ain't nothing but trolls on TikTok. Ain't nothing but trolls on TikTok. That's all that's over there.
So I don't know what that means. Like he posts a lot on TikTok?
Big Semi said he's going to shoot 50% from three.
He's 6'2". He ain't going to do nothing.
Over who? Over who? And if this kid is a sniper, cool. But I'd rather a taller sniper. I'm just saying. Having a sniper at point guard don't really help us. Having a 6'2" sniper, he's really going to be able to get that shot up over Drew Holiday, I bet.
Oh, he has 3 million followers on TikTok. Who cares?
The Lakers are selecting Dalton Connect, and that is the
end. Of course they are.
That is the end of the show, y'all, man. Again, thank y'all for coming through, kicking it with us for the draft show, man. Didn't end the way we wanted, but it's the Sixers. That's what we get excited to be let down. We get excited.
Every damn day.
We get excited to be let down.
Thanks for listening in, guys. We'll see
y'all. We'll see y'all soon. Again, free agency starts.
Damn it, Milt. You asked for Casper, and that's what we got.
All right, y'all.
Close it out, Jose. Just get
Y'all already know what time it is. Look up top. We got Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Fire Radio, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. So don't forget to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend. But the Sixers picked another damn point guard.
6'2" freaking point guard.
You didn't understand what I said in English? BG, tell him in
Seis
español.
dos.
No te olvides a decirle a un amigo que la diga a un amigo que la diga a una amiga. Not siete. 6-2. Point guardo. We got smaller guys. We'll see y'all soon, man. Let's go, Sixers.
He said point guard. What the hell was that?
I don't know.